You also going to hand it to the folks in Chicago. Let's go to number 7, then we'll go to that one. Chicago residents come out against ICE, and Chicago police actually get in between the residents and ICE. And then, of course, ICE, and then some residents suggest that the ICE people catch something, and they don't. It apparently bounced off them. And then they, of course, release the tear gas. And these morons, they tear gas themselves. They do this all the time.
They're not trained.
Yeah, they're fucking
They don't
losers.
seem to like.
They're losers. They're all losers.
None of these morons do this. They don't seem to know.
Why would I lick my finger?
They don't seem to understand. Well, they can't because so they can't tell which way the wind is blowing, and invariably these guys tear gas themselves.
I think it's the Democrats with the weather machines.
Yeah, exactly.
Harp, dude.
Again, when you first got on scene and you were able to talk to some neighbors and some witnesses there on the scene and describe to us what initially...
Judy, wait 1 second. I see Chicago police are arriving and putting themselves in the middle of the situation right now. It appears there might be someone in command, from what I can see, approaching the area.
Pause it for 1 second. I just want to let people know what we're seeing here is there are, I don't know, it looks like at least 100 citizens out to confront, I don't know, probably about 40, 30 ICE militia are there, and the cops come in and walk in between to basically try and de-escalate the situation. But they're pissing off people in Chicago. And more you're starting to see videos come out where people are immediately like, get the F out of here. Get out of my neighborhood. Get out of my community. You guys are Nazis. And I'm liking it. This is exactly how they should be greeted. And the more people who get out there, the more power you have.
Yep.
Someone in command, from what I can see, approaching the area. I'm not sure if this is in an attempt to start dispersing the crowds, but we have just in the last few seconds seen Chicago police, who had remained at bay, now starting to put themselves in the middle of the, oh God. Protesters are starting to throw rocks. We're going to get away from the scene right now, Judy.
Okay, Michelle, you take care of yourself. I'm going to let her get off the phone. We really appreciate it. Get to a safe place. So what you're watching, what you continue to watch, is exactly what Michelle has been describing. This, again, at the intersection 105th and Avenue N. Last Michelle said is protesters started throwing rocks.
Walking into it.
Tear gas themselves. They're throwing it, but the wind is
throwing it.
Being deployed.
Throw some more at it.
Literally have tear gas their own area, and people are kicking the canisters back on them, too, I noticed.
Police officers and some commanders there.
And again, this stuff lingers in all the communities that are deployed to for days.
With the protesters there at the intersection. It would seem that they were trying to disperse the crowd and maybe usher them off the street.
It's all in their
so
cars, though. That's what's
possibly
fantastic.
move their vehicles. And it was at that point that Michelle.
The one
noticed
area
that
that's tear
protesters
gassed
started
is all
throwing
the
rocks.
ICE vehicles.
And this is the
intersection now. They have
result.
no visibility.
Earlier, we had heard that there were pepper balls being sprayed into the crowd because someone had thrown eggs, or some neighbors had thrown something at the agents. And now reports of rocks being thrown, and that was coming from Michelle, a reporter right there on the ground. She has now gotten off the phone with us. They're trying to get to a safer place, of course, but we can continue to watch this picture. Fortunately, with Chopper 7 up in the air, we can still continue to monitor what is happening here. Again, if you are just joining us here on stream, this situation has been very tense for the last, maybe about 40 minutes.
Remember, ICE is there to protect our communities.
Yeah, so not occupying it.
Unless you're on the south side of Chicago.
I mean, like, the idea that they would be treated as liberators and anyone in these communities is such a joke, but it's one that we played in Iraq and killed 1 million people with it.
This is the federalization of propaganda. The same communities that are over-policed and targeted by cops locally are now being targeted by the ICE Gestapo. And so we have critiques of the phrasing of defund the police. Even Zoran has distanced himself from that phrasing. It's more about reallocating resources and having police do police work, and then making social workers respond to having social workers or trained professionals respond to some of these things. But like, this is what we were talking about in 2020 about police brutality and like what the role of police should be in society. And the local police like are standing up in some ways to this, but it doesn't mean that are arming them to the teeth and encouraging like and decades of broken window style policing and gang databases and patrolling these lower income urban communities and terrorizing them, that hasn't been a major stepping stone to what we're seeing right now on the federal level.
Remember this? Occupy UC Davis. This like shocked people that this happened. This was Occupy protesters at University of California, Davis. And this guy just casually walks past and blasts them with pepper spray. We're so far beyond this right now.
Yep.
Hey, folks, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and check out our daily show. We do it every day at 12 p.m. Eastern for about 2.5 hours. We even take phone calls. You should check that out.